Hello, I'm Jo. I'm your parish administrator at St Albans, normally, working from home at the moment. Which prompts me to answer the questions possibly in a different order. So I will actually tomorrow morning be putting together your service sheet for next Sunday. But what I would normally be doing on a Monday morning, often, not always, is travelling down to Lewes Prison very early, before 6, and getting into the prison, usually to help out with something that, some activities that the chaplaincy might be doing, for instance, running courses like alpha courses, that sort of thing. So that's a sort of normal Monday for me. And as I said, what I'll actually be doing is being at home and doing sort of bits and pieces. I've been doing quite a lot of gardening. I'm trying to build a pond at the moment with my son's help, who's digging the hole. What challenges and joys would I normally face? Well, if I were at the prison, I would be trying to remember all of the security stuff that we've got to keep in mind in regard to keys and radios and things like that. And then when it comes to actually running the courses, the joy is to see people turn up, because it's not straightforward. Prison routine is often very difficult, and people might have, with the best in the world, will in the world, a desire to come to a course that we're running. And some of them really are committed and interested, but all sorts of things militate against that. Things can happen which mean they've got to go and see a particular officer, or they have to have a doctor's appointment at that time, or another course starts that they have to do as part of their prison plan. So those are the challenges, and the joys are to see them actually turning up and to spend time in a fairly relaxed situation. It's nice and quiet for them up in the chapel where we meet and talk about God and matters of faith and difficulties that they're facing, and to give them a chance to offload and to spend some time in a very different way from what they normally do. So challenges and joys that I am actually facing, I suppose, is feeling that I'm using my time well. I think a lot from lockdown, what I've learned is that I usually depend on my work and my normal activities to regulate my day. And if I don't have that external prompt, I have to motivate myself. And self-motivation has proved quite difficult. And not only that, but sometimes I might have been busy all day doing something, but something in the back of my mind niggles me that actually it's not real work, it's not proper work, it's not worth as much somehow as what I would normally be doing. And I've been trying to think about that and pray about that. So that brings me to, what can you pray about for me? So perhaps you could pray about that struggling a little bit with my mental health and needing to just relax into the new way of things and accept that that's how it is, and enjoy the freedoms that are offered, and not feel too bad about not filling the unforgiving minute, etc., etc. But I would really also love if you could pray for the people in the prison, the officers and the prisoners, and, for instance, the people working in the chaplaincy who are still able to get in while it's in lockdown. For the men, because they are locked up at least 23 hours a day. There's even less going on for them than there is normally. For the officers, because they're dealing with a very stressful situation, they're worried about their own health, they are frontline key workers. And for the chaplaincy, because they are still trying to visit everybody, but they can't do it face to face, they have to have shouted conversations through locked doors. So please pray for prisoners everywhere, and thank you very much for your prayers.